Welcome back. Nikunj Doshi from Bay Capital joins in to take the market conversation forward. Nikunj, firstly, good morning and thank you for patiently waiting while we addressed the big update from Vodafone Idea. What's your take? You heard the entire development taking place. Now, does that mean that Vodafone Idea at least now will survive as a going concern and India will remain a three-player telecom market? And if you are tracking this space, where among the preferences do your preferences lie?
So frankly speaking, we are not tracking this telecom as a space for investments. But whatever I have heard and whatever policy decisions if we see in the recent past of the government, one thing is very clear that government has become pro-industry and I would say corporate friendly. So all the policies that we are now seeing are helping corporates in growing and making big impact for the economy. So I think in that sense, it's a good, very positive development.
Okay, take that point, Nikunj. I wouldn't say we are halfway through the earnings season. We have a lot to go. But so far, what has stood out for you, especially from the BFSI space? We got Kotak Mahindra Bank's numbers over the weekend. Before that, it was all the other big banks, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank. We are still awaiting SBI. But what's your take on the banking space overall?
So see, banking again means if we look at the results till date, obviously NIMs are under pressure because of the rate cuts by the RBI. And that was again on the expected lines. But one thing is that now we are seeing some credit offtake happening in the economy. And with whatever I would say policies are being framed, we are going to see a huge increase in the corporate Capex. Also, if we see the trend in most of the banks and NBFCs, most of them are now looking at SME and MSME lending. And if you hear them say a couple of quarters back or few quarters back, they were focusing more on retail credit. So now the trend is changing from retail credit to the corporate lending. And I think that is a big positive as far as the banking sector is concerned.
Nikunj, I was going through your top 5 holdings. The one that stands out here is SBI Cards, and the recent quarter that went by, you can say that it flattered to deceive, if not more. What's your take? Do you believe that things will normalize for the company going forward in the second half, or are you now looking to reassess your positions after these results?
See, again, if we look at the consumption cycle as a whole, last, I would say 2 years, because of the wage inflation was lower than the actual food inflation, there was a restriction or I would say disposable income in the hands of the consumers were less. And also, meanwhile, RBI tightened the retail credit. So there was a squeeze on the consumption cycle. And that actually increased the I would say NPAs for our credit costs for all the NBFCs as well as the credit card companies. But now that cycle has reversed. Now with GST relief plus the food inflation under control, I think spending power is back in the hands of the consumers, and I think that will help them in reducing the credit cost as they have mentioned. So I would not go by the reaction of the market on the day of the result. And I will say that market perhaps is ignoring the longer term positive developments happening for the consumption as a cycle as well as for the credit card as a business. So I think we would stay with the investment, and I think H2 will be much better for SBI cards as compared to the H1.
All right. Take that point, Nikunj. Thank you so much for joining us. Waiting by patiently as well today. A lot of moving elements in the market today. But it was a pleasure speaking with you today as well. So that's the word coming in from Bay Capital. Their sectoral picks and some market fundamentals as well for the markets. 180-point uptick as we speak. Mid caps are doing well. 9/10% higher there as well. And the bank nifty too is up around 0.7%. So all looks green for the markets now.
Go green for the bulls, and we take a leave on this edition of Trading Hour from Sonal and me. Thank you for watching. Numbers of Chennai Petro on your screen. Halftime report takes the action forward.